Okay, the next one is being goal-oriented. Being goal-oriented. And goal-oriented, I like to speak to what I call the 10 goals of success. And these are goals that were gathered from a friend of mine, Dr. Paul Glazier, the entrepreneur, from went to Purdue University. And what he did, he interviewed a number of very ordinary people who were accomplishing very extraordinary things in their life. And he wanted to identify what were the commonalities. What were the things that they did? And out of that came what he called 10 goals. And I sort of modified that to say 10 goals of success. Now, what are those goals? What are those goals? Well, the first goal is, number one, whatever you want to do, you got to be good at it. You need to know the terrain. You need to know the terrain. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, and let's go over here. So you've got to know the terrain. Whatever it is that you want to be good at, you need to know. If you want to be a musician, you need to understand the music industry. The second goal is seize the opportunity. Seize the opportunity. Well, if you don't know the terrain, you'll never know when an opportunity comes. And that leads to the next goal. I need to find me someone that's going to point me in the right direction. Find a mentor. Find a mentor. Now, I didn't know what a mentor was until I was in high school, in college. Okay, and there's a difference between a mentor and a coach. We'll talk about that later. Next is radiate zeal. Be excited about what you're doing. I mean, if I was sitting up here talking to you and I was, oh yeah, and there was no enthusiasm in my voice, there was no zeal, you looked at me like, oh, when is this guy going to finish? The fifth is work with tenacity. Work with tenacity. So whatever you do, you've got to feel that because you know the terrain, you're seizing the opportunity, you've got a mentor, you're radiating zeal, that whatever you do, you are the best in the world at it. You're the best in the world at it. And that leads us to the sixth goal. Work with, better yet, let me say it this way. Provide mind-boggling service. Provide mind-boggling service. Excuse my English there, but provide mind-boggling service. So again, whatever you do, you got to knock it out the box. You got to knock it out the box. Remember when we were talking about adaptable behavior, and I talked about the trilogy of success. There are three things that you have to do to make sure that you're relevant throughout your whole career. Number one, whatever you do, you got to knock it out the box. You got to exceed expectations. Secondly, you got to reinvent yourself. You always got to reinvent yourself. When you look at my background, you see that I've held a number of different roles. I work for a number of different industries, a number of different disciplines. That's why I was always reinventing myself. And the third thing is understand that wherever you go, whatever organization you go to, you got to get in when you fit it. Okay, let me say it another way. It's a social organization. It has its own social mores. So you need to blend in. You need to blend in. So the first, as a consultant, when I'm hired, I'm going in, and I don't care what it is that they're going to want me to do. One of the things that I let them understand that is my role during the first 90 days is to understand, seek to understand, then to be understood. You need to go in there and say, okay, why are you doing what you're doing? Okay, play the innocent role. Understand why are you doing what you're doing, and then from there, once you understand what they're doing, then you can come with your suggestion. I've seen consultants come in, and they'll come in and they'll disregard what that company is doing. I'm the consultant. You brought me in here. I know more than everyone else. So this is what we're going to do. Guess what? Walk them right out the door. So you got to get it when you fit in, okay? So again, provide mind-boggling service. Now, you must do these 6 things here, okay, to become a leader. Because the next thing is, you got to build a team. You got to build a team. And when you're building that team, you need to master these first 6, because whoever you bring on board, they're going to be looking at you to provide an example for those. You're the role model for the team. 8, do more with less. Okay, do more with less. Okay. Nine, give back. You got to give back. Give back to your community.